Okay, working on getting S10 running. Getting closer. I've already dumped some fuel in it, dumped 5 gallons of gas in it. Dumped some transmission fluid in it again. I had to drain out of the pan. And the reason why is I thought, well, I'll hook up the lockup converter inside on a switch. Of course, this is the loom inside the transmission. And I went to plug in the outside loom. I plugged it in and it didn't act like it wanted to work, and I pulled it back out and it fell apart. That's supposed to be inside there. Crap fall on the floor. Anyways, that piece is supposed to be inside of there. And it pulled out and pulled the wires right out with it. So I had to take the transmission apart, drop the pan. Luckily I had another one of those and put it in the transmission. But everything's hooked up now. That's just time to see if I can get it running. I should be able to get it running here pretty quick. I actually did dump more transmission fluid in it. So that's plenty to get it running. Still full of water, full of motor oil. Now I'm just going to check the distributor. I'm going to spark it. Make sure it's getting fired to the distributor. Sitting on probably like 12 degrees. Pour top dead center. I'll go get a plug and put in there and then turn the distributor and see if it fires. Alright, I went and found the spark plug. I better leave that light on so you can see it. With the keys on, I'm going to turn the distributor and make sure it's sparked, but I will shut the light off for that so you can see it. It's up there. Apparently don't want to work. Apparently we ain't got a fire. I need to figure out why. Well, I was messing with it and I figured out why I don't want to spark. I took the cap off and I got the distributor off the tooth. The only way it sparks is if you got the distributor shoved clear back that way, but it will spark. Shut the light off here. At least the coil and stuff's good. I didn't know if it was any good. I've never used it before. So. Well, that damn thing. Fuck up there and stay there. I show everybody it sparks. There it goes. I just need to take the cap off and pick the distributor up and move the tooth. Then we'll get her back in line. Maybe we can start up here. Okay, got the distributor up, moved the tooth, and now it is sparking in the spot that it should be, which is about right where the distributor is. Spark, 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 spark. Which is from years of working on small block Chevys. Your timing's usually about right. It's just your caps are running this way, even with your your radiator and stuff. It's usually retarded a little bit. Usually just past a little bit, it's about optimal. Just if you want to set it that way without putting a light on it, but that's usually about right. If you have everything else in the distributor right. Because you can take the gear off of the shaft if you have it off and turn it 180 and that will sit different. But there's like a round divot on the gear, and that is always where the rotor points. So I see a lot of distributors are like in weird positions, but they run right. But that's probably what's wrong. The gear's on half a turn out. Anyways, need to tighten that back down. Hook everything up and should be just about ready to fire it. What I should do is make sure that doesn't have fire when the key's off. If it doesn't, get the key off. Damn wires keep pulling on it. Oh, we ain't got no fire. The key off, so that's good. At least know it'll shut off. Right, before we fire it up here, I'm going to give her a little drinky poo of gasoline. Good old 91 octane pump gas. Make sure the exciter pump's working and all that good stuff. Just don't get her flooded. She's squirting. Got a squirt. And she's flooding over. Oh well. Yeah, she's squirting. See you down in there. Oh, it should be ready to go. Alright, here we go. Do or die time. See what happens. Oh, crap. Forgot. Don't have the clutch switch hooked up. I'll be back. Alright, got hooked up now. Let's see what it does this time. Timing must be a little retarded or something. I don't see any obvious leaks, so that's good. Try it again. You son of a bitch. Turn the idle up a little more. See that major leaking. better shut the lights off so the buzzer shuts off. Well, it's alive. Didn't notice any leaks or anything, but I did top off the tranny fluid while it was running there, but I didn't film that. Took about 13.5 quarts to fill up. You'll have to change the vacuum advance when it idles. It not pulling enough vacuum to pull it on, so that's why it kind of erratic idles. That's when it gets down around 1,000. It wants to drop down below that, but I think I got an adjustable one to stick in there. Other than that, so far so good. Next thing is go for a ride. I went and got my hood, bolted my hood on, got it all on there nice and adjusted the way it should be. I had to cut the inner structure out of the hood so the air cleaner would fit up in there. That's the piece I cut out of it. That seems to be working pretty good. Also, I had water in it. And I drained it out and I'm putting antifreeze in it now. So it's about one of the last things I need to do before I can go for a drive. Go for a little test run down the road and see what it runs like and see how everything works. Before we go for a test drive too, I need to get some seat belts in here. The stock belts won't work, so I got this harness I put in it. I gotta finish bolting it down. Got it strapped around the bar there, but need to adjust everything and then we can go for a little drive. See if all this hard work was worth it.